Episode 2 of Agatha All Along cannot be any worse than Episode 1, surely. Episode 1 sets us up in a scenario where Agatha was under a spell from Wanda Maximoff to make her think she was a detective in a small town. Her rival Rio shows up to kill her but can't, so she'll have to wait until she has her powers back, even though she still can't kill her. And she's sending someone else to kill her anyway. The whole thing is gibberish. Episode 2 features Agatha and the boy getting the gang together. And that's about it. They are all unlikable and you'll wish bad things happen to them. Nothing interesting or with any kind of potential happens in this episode. It's all just boring nonsense that maybe old women who live alone with their cats might find amusing. It's a solid 4 out of 10 from me. Anyway, let's get this over with. Spoilers! So the teen, I hate that they call him that, has some sort of a spell on him that prevents him from communicating his name. I assume it prevents all forms of communication, as Agatha should have told him to write it down if he can't say it. Surely if someone is hiding what his name is, it's very important. But no, we're just moving on like nothing is happening. Having subtitles on kind of spoiled the whole "the road is not a physical road but a pathway to a journey" plot point, because it was written in proper case, so it was clearly a proper noun. Are they going to address who this Boyf fella is? Is he going to factor into the story later? It really bothered me that the shots of Agatha in the car had red brick buildings in the background that were not in the frontal shot. Okay, so the teen just had business cards made up with Agatha's address? How odd. I'm not up with my folklore, so I have no idea why Agatha froze when she saw the crow sitting on the sign. Or was it a raven? That's so Raven. Man, they're really playing up the heist trope, yet no one has yet said, "You son of a bitch, I'm in." So Agatha apparently has already killed a witch, but they're not allowed to kill witches. How about a little consistency? And try to make it a little firmer than my last bowel movement. This guy doesn't consider burns an injury. How bizarre. So I assumed the fourth name was Rio. Now there's a rat. Is this something like a vampire's familiar? Someone using these animals to spy on her? Okay, so if Lorna Wu was lost on the Witch's Road, surely they can rescue her, right? Why did the alarm go off? Now if they need a green witch, and Sharon will suffice, I assume she's going to turn out to actually be a witch after all. I mean, she was tortured by a witch, so shouldn't she want to take no part in anything that these witches are doing? Odds are she's going to be the most important one of them all. Oh god, make it stop. This song sucks, and it just keeps going. I'm assuming that this woman in black is the Salem 7, so were they just going to stand in the middle of the road all night until someone came out to witness them multiplying? This is one of those things that looks cool on TV but makes no sense if this was reality. Things happen because they look badass rather than any practical reason. I like the design, the kind of you can't see much of what's there so your imagination does all the heavy lifting deal. That is more successful than anything a writer can imagine. Oh your god. A third verse? Stop it, we get it. Oof, now they're singing the round. Would this song work if you actually had the fifth witch? Too bad if one of your witches is mute or deaf or has bad rhythm. Agatha complains that it didn't take this long last time and the potion witch says that it's because another witch was pitchy. Lady, that wouldn't speed the song up. Or is this a joke about tar and feathering? Nah, it's too subtle. Okay, I got a little bit startled. But I always hate jump scares, they're so cheap. If Agatha's plan all along was to get them to zap her so she could steal their power, why did she tell the first witch that she would need that to steal her power? It makes no sense. Was that there before? She says. Really? Maybe if you actually attacked instead of standing in the street and posing on the stairs, you could have ended all of this. The only way this can be saved is if the Salem 7 want them to go down the road. Like, we can never defeat you in the mortal realm, but here our powers are magnified. Something like that. Otherwise, the show's big existential threat is completely incompetent. The forest nature of the road reminds me of the forest from the first episode that the purported body of Wanda was found in. Why are they taking their boots off? Is that a thing from the song? I just checked the lyrics. No mention of bare feet. Must be to lure in the foot fetishists. None of them wear socks? This was extremely boring and nonsensical the entire way through. People are just doing things for the sake of doing them, not due to any kind of real desire or need. I'm trying to think of a character I like. Maybe the old duck? The old witch? The first one they went to? I can't stand Sharon. Sharon! Is it the voice? So grating. I'm almost hoping that the Salem 7 return and finish them off. I feel like I can't even remember why they need to go down the road. Was it purely to get Agatha's powers back? Why would I want that? So they can have a big witch fight at the end with lots of purple smoke and lightning while their hair is flung around by gale force winds? What's at stake here? Agatha gets killed by Rio or the Salem 7? Sounds like the world will be a better place. What good does it do me to have Agatha around? Sounds like even the witches around her are here reluctantly. I don't care who the teen is, so his secret identity is not enticing to me at all. The costumes are pretty dull, just regular clothes and maybe Agatha's frock being something from ye olden times. The sets are okay, but they seem to be run-of-the-mill houses and forests, no real props so to speak, just mundane stuff like chairs and books. This must have been cheap to make because there's no real high dollar value items on the screen and the script doesn't exactly scream high priced writers. I guess the one big mystery is what will the road give them if they succeed? The road gives you what is missing. Let me guess, in the words of Vin Diesel, it's family. We seem to be missing enjoyment. Some of that would be nice. That's why this episode of Agatha All Along gets a 4 out of 10. Thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, please consider subscribing. I release reviews occasionally when time allows, and a thumbs up would be a big motivator for further reviews. If you didn't like it, feel free to leave a thumbs down and let me know how I can improve in the comments below. Anyway, I'm Mixy, thanks for your time, and have a good one.